What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today, we're going to talk about the controversial Amy Schumer. I feel like most people either like or dislike Amy Schumer, so let me know your guys' opinion on Amy in the comments down below. And also let me know what your opinions are on the clips I'm about to show you. I'm also just going to put a quick little disclaimer out there that I don't hate Amy at all. I just think she's very unfunny. I personally don't like her humor, and I don't like a lot of the things that she said and or done. But I do not hate her as a person nonetheless. Also, please remember that if you end up enjoying the video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe if you want more videos like this one. So, without further ado, let's get into the video. My very first point about Amy is that she is just blatantly unfunny. There seems to be a common theme surrounding her jokes, and she seems to talk about a lot of, I guess, mature themes or subjects. So she's definitely not a comedian for anyone that's really young. And don't get me wrong, I do think that mature subjects should be joked about, in my opinion. It's completely fine and okay. However, if the majority of your jokes are you talking about sex and genitals and how gross your genitals are, it doesn't make me want to listen to you at all. If you make a couple jokes like that here and there, that's completely fine, be my guest. But if that's basically what all your jokes consist of, I don't want to hear it. I don't know about you guys, you might be different, you might like that kind of humor. But for me personally, I think it gets really tiring once these are the subjects of all your jokes. Now, I'm talking about her Netflix special specifically. I remember my sister actually one time was watching it, and she was watching in the living room, so I heard out loud everything that Amy Schumer was saying, and I was like, what the hell are you watching? And she told me that she was only watching it because she heard so many bad things about it, and she wanted to see just how bad it was. So I watched a few minutes of the special, I think maybe like 10 minutes of it, and all her jokes consisted of like sexual jokes, and I was just not having it. And it would be the same for everyone for me personally. I think if it was a guy, if it was a girl, if it was any other person, I still wouldn't appreciate such inappropriate jokes 24/7. I'd want a range of different subjects that can make me laugh.
Just be able to take my underwear off at the end of the night and have it not look like I blew my nose in it. And on my best day, smells like a small barnyard animal. Have you ever had a guy in your mouth and go, does it taste okay? I have been drinking a lot of water and I'm a little worried. And I got worried. I gained all the weight. I'm like, oh my God, are men gonna still be attracted to me? And that's when I remembered, I always forget this. It's another reason I love men so much. Men each day have a thought that goes through their head where they're like, I don't know why, but I want to put my right in your...
The second thing I'm going to be talking about is one of the more obvious things about Amy, and it's that she clearly steals jokes. There are so many clips of her saying that she would never do that, and she would take a polygraph, when that doesn't do anything for anyone, really. There is literal proof that she took jokes from other people. First of all, I want to know how she even thought she'd get away with that. People who enjoy stand-up comedy and watch various different comedians would know if they've heard a joke before and would recognize when they heard someone else say it first. I guess she couldn't put that together. I don't know.
You have a poltergeister? Poltergeist is good. Well, you need your friend though, right? Like you from behind, and then you sneak out and he takes your place, and then you walk outside and wave at her through the window. And then you go, I'm here.
The worst one I've ever heard is the Houdini, which is where the guy's having sex with the girl from behind. Then unbeknownst to her, his friend subs in for him. Guy number one runs outside, knocks on the window, waves to the girl.
Maybe I'm old-fashioned, but I like it when the guy pays. I mean that.
I'm very old school. I think the guy should always pay on the first date for.
Blacking out is when you drink so much that your brain goes to sleep, but your body gets all Eye of the Tiger and soldiers on.
And I black out when I drink. Isn't that the worst? No, your mind goes to sleep, but your body's like, tonight is my night.
The third thing that I'm going to be talking about is how she's a hypocrite. So some guy met Amy and then posted the photo, and he said, "Spent the night with Amy Schumer, certainly not the first guy to write that." And she responded saying, "I get it, 'cause I'm a whore. Glad I took a photo with you. Hi to your dad." First of all, it was a joke. It's obvious that it was a joke. Anyone can see that. Isn't Amy a comedian? She should know what's a joke and what's not a joke. Anyway, she's the one who always talks about having sex and even being a quote-unquote whore in general.
At a young age, I found girls that were just like me. Like, we were all whores. You know? Just little drunks running around.
The fourth thing that we're going to be talking about is something that isn't really talked about much, and I actually just learned recently. So there are various articles online talking about how Amy supposedly told this story at some kind of feminist gala where she had a crush on some guy, and he drunk dials her one night. She goes to his house, and he's super, super drunk. This was in college, by the way, if I didn't mention. She says that he falls asleep on more than one occasion, and she keeps having intercourse with him. Now, if this story is true, it's so extremely hypocritical, especially as her identifying as a feminist. She criticizes people like Bill Cosby for doing the same things that she does, and she gets away with it as well. If she were a man telling a story like this, there's no way that she would be able to keep her career. People would have boycotted any man telling this story. She is the type of feminist that gives other feminists a bad rep. She brings females and women up by tearing men down, and this is a horrible approach to feminism. Lastly, I'm just going to be presenting you guys with some of the smaller stuff that she's done that's very controversial and questionable.
Go get her.
And Steve-O is here. Steve-O, great try. Steve-O! But I truly am, no joke, sorry for the loss of your friend Ryan Dunn. I know you must have been thinking it could have been me, and I know we were all thinking, why wasn't it? Thank you. Oh, Mike, stay away from me.
When she came back up to me, kind of like at the end of it, she had ran back up to me and she had took a picture of me. And that's how you got a thumbs up. Yeah. And I was like, you know, I don't care. And she was like, well, I have 4 million followers and I'm going to have them bash you.
And that's exactly what happened. In the day since that picture was posted, article after article has been posted calling Brewer everything from an idiot to a persistent jerk. But Brewer says it didn't happen that way, and he has proof.
Sorry.
Can you delete that?
It's short.
Sorry.
Can you delete that?
Brewer says it proves it did not play out the way Schumer said it did. He was downtown and others had recognized her, and he says his wife noticed her right behind him. There was no running up.
I did it in a non-threatening way. She said I got up in her face, and it was completely different from the video.
Sorry.
Can you delete that?
Brewer says Schumer only made things worse after that video was taken. He thought she was coming back to apologize, but instead, he says she took the picture and personally insulted him.
Then she got mad at me.
He didn't delete the video, and at this point he says he's glad he didn't. He wants everyone to know what happened didn't happen the way Schumer said it did, and he says the comedian now has one less fan.
I understand you want to blast me, and that's what she told me, but you're a celebrity. That's petty. That's beneath you.
So that was it for today's video. If you guys have any thoughts or statements on the subject, then please leave it in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video.
Alright.